YouTube, what's up? Steve here, and today we're going to take a look at the not perfect grade, the master grade GP01. I wish this was the perfect grade, but a few weeks ago I asked you guys what I should build next, and yeah, a few of you commented and suggested some kits that I should build, and I want to thank those guys. So Jimbo, Crap Monkey 99, Buakana 66, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and Gundam UK. You guys all suggested a kit. I'm going to link to those channels down below. So there was no clear winner, so I kind of made the executive decision and I went with this kit. Mostly just because I agree with Gundam UK, and when he said that this is one of his favorite kits, and I agree this is one of my favorite kits as well. It's a really great design, really cool features. But yeah, I also wanted to do a simple kit that wouldn't take too long, but I ended up really taking my time and just enjoying this kit. I went through and removed some seam lines, not all of them, and I didn't even really need to on the arms or like legs because of how these pieces are molded. They have a seam or a panel line on a lot of these seams anyways. One seam line I do wish I did remove was this one. I left it because I wanted to be able to show off the inner frame. This has a full inner frame in the legs only, but I really don't like the seam line, so I could have done without the inner frame. But anyways, I went with basic color scheme. It came out a little darker than expected. Here were the colors I had mixed up, but I appreciated it, and it tends to make the paint a little bit darker. I've gotten better at appreciating it. I went pretty heavy, if you guys can tell, so there's some heavy appreciating. For future reference, I may just add like 20% white if I'm going to pre-shade, just to lighten it up a bit. I don't really know if they'll help or not, but yep, I also added some set screws, English 0.80 by 1/16 of an inch. Unfortunately, I don't know metric, even though I know the metric system makes a lot more sense. I know English measurements. And yeah, got rid of the seam line in the head. I thought about, I really wanted to put LEDs into this, just because the eyes are so dark as it is. I should have used the foil sticker. That would have shown up a little bit better. I did want to squeeze an LED into this. There is no cavity in the chest to put a battery, but I had kind of figured out a clever way of fitting everything I needed to into the head, and making like a little switch in the head, but I figured it would be too much work to do that, so I figured I would just remove the seam line and that'd be it. I would have had to have left it, a seam line there if I was going to put an LED in there, of course. And it probably wouldn't have worked, who knows. Yeah, I also did a little modification in the hands. Whoa, That's weird. I don't think that's supposed to bend like that. Anyways, that's weird. So I did a little hand. Oops. So I did a little hand modification. What I did was I took the ball caps from the 2 extra sets of hands and I cut those off, and I cut a little piece of runner and glued it in between them, and then I dremeled out a spot in the hand. Why is that not focusing? There. So I dremeled out like the inside of the hand, and I put in a polycap. I've got a bunch of extra ones from various kits. I had to shave it down a bit and a few other things to make it fit in there. But yeah, now there are 2 ball joints in the hand, and it also adds. Oops. It adds a little bit of distance. The old hand was pretty much flush with the hand or the wrist. I know this looks a little weird, but I'm sure many of you who've built old master grades like this know what I'm talking about. How the hands, the wrist, there's just not enough range of motion for it to hold the rifle well. But with this, there's plenty of range of motion. Can get it in all sorts of poses, whereas the old one was very static. You couldn't even hold it like that. The rifle is too long and there's just not enough room in there. So I did that little modification. I think it was well worth it. There's no way you could pull off this pose with the original. Getting up on his shoulder like that. There's no way. Yeah. So let's take a look at the core fighter. It's another nice feature of this kit. So to get the core fighter open, pop open the chest, pop open the cover, backpack cover, and just kind of pull on the top there. Separate this piece. You can see the core fighter in there, and you just kind of pull, separate from these 2 pegs, and I'm going to fold down these 2 little flaps. Pull these outward and spin them down like that. Pop out the wings. That one likes to pop off. So, almost there. You gotta pull these wings out, which is really kind of difficult. And you just swap out these little thrusters for this set. Oops. there you have it, the core fighter. So I painted the cockpit hatch and the little minifigure. Fortunately, the marker I had used to kind of create some lines in there kind of bled when I used the top coat on it. Whoops. It wasn't terrible, so I'm not too worried about it, but that kind of sucked. And I had to redo these thrusters because I totally messed them up the first time I did them. I tried to take a shortcut, use a Gundam marker, but it just looked terrible. Same thing happened. I used a marker to line in between the little vents, and then when I top coated it, it just bled everywhere. Yeah, so I was just using a normal fine tipped marker. But yep, anyways, that's that. Take a look at the shield. Nothing special here. It does collapse to a smaller shield. I believe this is used for storage while it's in dock, I believe. Just pops up and snaps into place. It does have a handle, but I choose to peg it in the back of the hand there. And there are 2 additional E-packs on the shield as well. So that's nice. The E-pack will just pop off like so. And yep, here's the rifle. Nothing special about it, I don't think. Oops. Yeah, and you also get 2 beam saber blades. That's pretty much standard. Alright, that's close enough. Here's the inner frame of the leg. Double joint in the knee. Ankle's on a ball joint. Again, when the armor is on there, it's not, or it's limited once the armor is on there. There's not a lot of range of motion in the foot. It's on a single ball joint, both pieces. So, but yeah, not a whole lot of range of motion there. The armor kind of takes away there. And hips are on a single ball joint. Nothing special. This is all basic standard master grade stuff, or old master grade stuff. The arms rotate out like that, will fall off like that. This arm's just been loose. Suck. Oh, I'll need to re-glue that. But double jointed elbow. And cockpit, these pieces will open up like so. And the head is on a ball joint, but it's pretty difficult to move around. The shoulder collar armor kind of gets in the way, and I did break the antenna. More accurately, I got glue on it and it melted it. So the shoulder armor will pivot up like so, mostly just to get out of the way, but it doesn't actually, the shoulder doesn't rotate up that much, so it's kind of weird. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And thanks again for those who commented and voted. I am going to take note of what you voted for and try to get those kits done sooner. But my next kit isn't going to be from that list. Sorry guys. Expect a video right after this one of that. Yeah, thanks again guys for commenting, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.